Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Warren Canonigo, and you're watching my life icons. Tonight, I'm so thrilled to present to you the latest addition to the roster of A-list beauty queens of Toronto City. Ladies and gentlemen, the blooming and the stunning Miss ALIYAH Kim Regalado. Hi,
Hi everyone.
how are you tonight?
I feel good. Actually, very happy. How about you, sir?
I am very excited because I've been wanting to do this. Right after you were crowned Miss Tubod, I really wanted to already interview you, but it took a little while because I'm a stranger and I needed some help. So I'd like to thank to your co-pageant girls, Kim Irish Apasibli. Hi, Irish.
Hi,
Yes,
Kim.
thank you very much for reaching out to Aliyah for me and also to Erika Inario, another very beautiful pageant sister of yours. Thank you, girls, for helping me out. Try to reach out to Aliyah. So, what was your reaction when you learned about the invitation?
I was actually surprised and a bit excited, too, and a little scared, but I was happy that we were close with Ate Kim Pod, that you and I were able to connect.
Yes, and you know what's really, how do you call this, remarkable with your achievement is, although it's your first time, and I know it's a barangay pageant, but it is really great to note that you are still 17 years old and it was your first time to join a barangay pageant together with A-list and very popular pageant girls already, and you got the main title. That's why it's definitely a milestone in your life. So, what was
Thank you,
the
sir.
Miss Tubod 2022 story? Please share to us.
So it all started when I was asked if I wanted to be handled. So I was asked for the second time, and because I regretted saying no the first time I was invited to join pageants, I grabbed the opportunity for the second time. And it was a very quick pace because after a day or two was already the screening of the pageant girls. And fortunately, even though I doubted myself, I still exert effort to go there and give it all my best. And so, luckily, I was accepted, and I officially became the a Binibining Tubod contestant. And it was so step of the way towards the crown was so memorable and so enjoyable.
I know, and everything paid off. I understand that ASMS LaSalle, Solana City, is your alma mater. You were there since nursery. So I'm sure that
Yes,
when you
sir.
graduate senior high school, you will receive a loyalty award. Like you'll be recognized as a loyalty awardee. I'm
Thank
sure of
you.
that. And of course, in LaSalle, you participated already in school-based pageants. So, how did it help you prepare for Binibining Tubod? What were the new things that you had to undergo to be able to prepare yourself?
So everything was so new to me. And even though it was new to me, I was aware of what I had to do and what preparations I needed to do. So first of all, I really did not do much in terms of like preparing mentally when it comes to like answering questions, but I did prepare my mind to how I was going to face this journey and how I was going to handle it. And also, we prepared for like our costume. We also prepared for our pasarela. We practiced. And I'm so thankful that my handlers, Kuya Cyrus and Kuya Tyler, and also at the JB are very, very hands on to me. So they guided me every step of the way, telling me what to do and how I can be able to do better.
And of course, we also would like to thank your immediate family and your ASMS LaSalle family, for I'm sure they also had crucial roles in your participation. So
Yes.
hello, shout out to your family and to AMS LaSalle. Speaking of preparation, what do you consider as highlights of your Binibining Tubod 2022 journey?
Actually, the first thing that came into my mind when you just asked that is during the baile or disco night of the Binibining Tubod. So we contestants were invited to go there to celebrate with them. So the activity started very late. So unfortunately, we also went home late. And we got into an accident actually.
Oh,
And it was very memorable because it was my first time and it did cost me, but then it was also an experience I got to learn from. And I'm very happy that even though that happened, I'm still here.
mhm.
Also, after that, every practice with a candidate, with the other candidates, it was always very memorable because the girls made me feel like I was wanted. They liked being friends with me, and they made me feel belong.
Yes, that's the most important thing because you are a newbie and they are veterans. Most of the
Yes,
So let's talk about the coronation nights. What
yes.
did you consider back then, right there, at that very moment? What did you realize is the most challenging or the most nerve-wracking segment or part?
Um, if I were to be honest, every moment and every segment was nerve wracking. Um, Even though the pasarela portions were trained or like were already practiced, um, it's like you can't remember what you practice. You just and since I'm a first time and I haven't really practiced on that stage very well, so I felt like I was a stray dog going here to there. But I'm very happy naman na it went well a
Mm.
bit, I think. But um the most nerve-wracking for me would always be the preliminary and the question and answer portion because we were not given heads up of what the questions were. They were all impromptu and they were on the spot. They were on the spot questions. So yeah, my questions were on this. My answer to the questions was also on the spot, and I'm very happy that they turned out well in naman.
I definitely agree with you that the question and answer portion is really the most nerve-wracking part because it is something that you can control. It's something that you can
Yes,
control because you don't know what questions they're gonna address to you as a candidate.
exactly.
So I'm just really thankful that you had the stock knowledge, you had the confidence in the delivery, and you also had knowledge already about speaking skills, about how to deliver your
Yes.
speech properly. What can you say about, let's go back to the production number. What can you say about the steps and the choreography? Did you find it easy? Did you have fun during the production number?
Yes, I really had fun. But the thing is, I was having a hard time because my heels were 7 inches, and there were steps wherein I had to cross my legs. And so it was hard for me to do so because I feared that I might fall and I would make a fool out of myself on stage. But you know, when you're on stage, and like since it's my first time, I had the motto of like, let's do it now, let's give it our all. And so I did. I enjoyed the music. I I thought to myself, okay, what were the steps and what's next? And I really had fun.
And since you mentioned about it, You had the killer heels. You had the skyscraper heels. My goodness. Did you have to practice
Yes.
that? Did you have a challenge practicing it, or it was just natural?
For the first time, it was very challenging because although they were very comfortable to wear, they wear only, but they're not really comfortable to walk.
Mm,
So to walk with. So yeah, after I practiced at home because I was dedicated not to make a fool out of myself. So I practiced and practiced until I got the hang of it, and so it showed. It showed that I was doing great. I think during the pageant.
how about your catwalk style? Did you have to change the way you walk to achieve a desired one, or it was just really the natural walk of yours, natural catwalk?
I did it naturally
Ah,
because I feel like if I forced it, I would make I would only be embarrassed because I would appear to be trying so hard.
yeah. In that case, it would
Yes,
be easier. If it's just the way
yes.
you walk, the normal way of catwalking in your case, that's perfectly fine. Let's talk about the swimsuit competition. How comfortable were you, showing your body to the public wearing a skimpy swimsuit?
hmm So part of one of my insecurities is my body, and so and I'm not very comfortable of wearing um swimsuits or very showy type of clothing because my family is very conservative, especially my grandfather excuse me. So yeah, the first time that I wore a swimsuit was during the photo shoot, and during the pageant it was my second time. And even though it showed much skin, I still liked it because it made me feel like um, it was not showing very much skin, but still it gave me like emphasis to my curves and to who and to the kind of figure that I have.
And you don't have to be insecure because you have a great body. Um, if you were given a power to change things, would you remove the swimsuit competition? Why or why not?
Mm, I would not. Honestly, I would not.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe I want other girls to be like me, to how I perceived the swimsuit competition. Because we, as pageant girls, we have to be inspiration to others. We show off our bodies not because we want to set a standard of how bodies should look like. We show our bodies because we want every girl to know that every body type is acceptable and beautiful just the way it is.
Yes, it's a celebration of natural beauty. So yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Let's talk about your gown.
Yes.
Who chose your gown? Your handler, right?
Yes.
Did you know your
Right.
designer? Did you know your designer or not?
No.
It was a white terno, right?
Yes.
If you were given a chance to choose your gown, how your gown, how do you think your gown would look like?
I would like it to be on the top corset type,
Ah,
and
okay.
then
Yes, sir.
exactly corset type, and um lower on the lower part I would like it to have a slit.
Ah,
Why? Because I realized when I wore it, it was very hard to walk in a gown where my feet were very close to each other and I barely had
oh,
um, space to move. So yeah, and my gown was very long that I had a hard time walking on stage.
yes. I agree with you. The slit can actually give you more leg room. So it's more comfortable,
Yes.
especially when you do the catwalk. I agree with you. Do you
Mm,
want your gown to be colorful or just neutral?
neutral. I
Yes,
want it to be
I agree
neutral.
with you. Yeah,
The simpler, the better.
but definitely they had to follow a particular theme. So that's why
Yes.
you were all wearing white Filipiniana gown.
White Filipiniana.
Ah,
Yes.
oh, that's good. And now let's go to the Q&A. What was your final question again?
My final question was, my judge was Mr. Christoph, and he told me first na, in 2023 or starting next year, the Miss Universe organization will allow married women to join prestigious pageants. And so he asked me if I, as an individual, would allow um, this practice to be applied in barangay pageants such as Binibining Tubod.
And what was
Now, the question was very tricky, honestly.
Yes, actually. How did you answer?
So, okay, so as for how I answered it, since I find it really tricky, since I heard the other girls' questions, and I noticed that their questions were answerable by general beliefs of the public. However, my question was debatable. I had to choose a side and stand by it and prove it. Now, since it mentioned a limitation to girls, I chose to side with freedom. So yes, as for that, my answer was mainly about me siding with women's freedom, not to limit girls on joining pageants or becoming who they want to be. Because our ancestors have always fought for our freedom, and I did not want to disappoint them.
Mm. And I saw a post of your actual answer, like verbatim of your answer to that question. And I like that part when you said that um, that is the reason why many people are sad and depressed because they feel that
Yes.
they're being limited and they're being controlled. So I like that part actually.
Mm.
So kudos to you for giving
Thank
us a
you.
substantial answer. Do you think that had a major bearing on your victory? The Q&A?
Yes. Because honestly, I was not satisfied with my preliminary answer. However, since I think, based on what I heard from other people's comments, especially for my family, they said that I was lucky to receive a question wherein I proved another viewpoint new to the people.
Yeah, exactly. Now that you have already won a main title, do you have plans of joining Miss Toledo very, very soon?
Hopefully this year, if they'll be allowing my age. Yes,
When you turn 18.
yes. But I'll be turning 18 on June, and
So,
I hope I'll be able to catch up.
yes, hopefully. Okay, we'll be actually be rooting for you. And your
Thank
other
you.
pageant sisters are also very close to your
Yes.
heart. And
I'm so thankful for my pageant sisters.
exactly. So I understand that you are really focused also in pursuing a college education, and I
Yes.
know that you really want to be serious with finishing that. So, let's say, for example, you'd be fortunate, you'll be blessed to be given the Miss World title. Would you be willing to take the challenge of joining Miss Cebu, Binibining Cebu, and other very reputable pageants?
Yes, of course. I started my pageant journey because I want to have a venue where I can start to lead, where I can start to spread awareness and educate other people. So if I could go to a bigger stage, I would not refuse that offer because that is my main purpose. I want, I actually want to lead in bigger organizations where I could be of great purpose to make a big difference.
I understand that you're still starting in this pageant world um, advocacy. So what do you think would be a perfect advocacy campaign for you?
I think the perfect advocacy campaign for me would be for the less fortunate children.
Mm,
I believe that they have the right to education, and I believe that they have the right to learn, especially even on their own means. It may it be on learning. So I want to be an instrument where I could go to their places, no matter how far it is, so that I could educate them, because I believe education is a very great instrument for them to escape poverty.
Yes. Now that you have already said it, now that you've already expressed it, so I hope this interview would open doors of opportunities for you to have more people, support to be able to realize your advocacy, and it's really a good one. What
Mhm.
are some of the life lessons that pageantry taught you?
First of all, pageantry taught me to go out of my comfort zone. I had doubts, but then I realized that if I keeps on staying on my comfort zone, I'll never grow. I'll never progress as a person. Also, I learned that if you want something and if you want to be something, then you have to exert effort, time, and dedication. And lastly, I believe in women empowerment. I'm so thankful to my fellow Binibining Tubod candidates for inspiring me and for pushing me to be the best version of myself. Thank you.
Yes, it's really nice to hear that someone like you realize that you cannot really expect something big to happen if you will not try. So risk is
Yes,
really a part
exactly.
of success, and even failure is
Yes.
part of victory. So thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, opening up your heart to us. Thank you very much for your time. Just like what I said, I'm really hoping and praying that this will actually open doors of opportunities for you to be able to
Yes.
realize your advocacies and to be able to continue your goals, personal goals, and professional goals, not only in pageantry but in your personal life. Before we close the interview, I would like to do a lightning talk or a fast talk session with Miss Aliyah. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm
Yes.
ready.
Let's start. Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits,
Comedy or drama?
comedy,
Mestizo or moreno?
Moreno,
Yee! Same here. Okay. Next is music or movies?
movies,
Okay. Same here. Athletic or techie?
athletic,
Same here. Okay. Ice cream or chocolate?
ice cream,
Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook,
Flats or heels?
flats,
Beach or mountaintop?
mountaintop,
Pants or skirts?
pants,
City or country?
country.
Crowd or love? And you have to explain.
I would choose crown. Honestly, I
Why?
believe if that person truly loves me, he will wait for me. And also, a crown is not something I can set aside. If I really, as a pageant girl, a crown is what I want, because a crown is not just representation of what I have won. It's a representation of my purpose. And in my purpose, I want to be able to be an inspiration to others, and that's what I want to leave as my legacy.
Yes, I would like to paraphrase that because I believe we have the same principle. Now, you have to make
Yes.
yourself happy. You have to make yourself fulfilled first because
Yes.
that's the only way you can feel love. And you cannot give what you don't have. So, to be able to be capable of loving someone else, you need to also have to, feel that love within yourself first.
Love yourself first before
Uh,
you love others.
and the last is beauty or brain, and you have to explain.
Brain.
Okay.
Now, there's a stereotype wherein if you're beautiful, you have to also be intelligent, or else other people will brand you as, oh, guapa pero. So
Yeah.
I want to be someone with intelligence, because if we think about it, ourselves, our inner selves um, will eventually show on the outside. If we have a beautiful brain and we have beautiful mindset, it will show on the outside how beautiful we really are as a person.
That's a perfect closing to this interview. Thank you very much, Aliyah.
Thank you, sir.
I am profoundly thankful And I hope to see you soon.
I hope to see you soon
Yeah, let's
too.
hang out soon. I will keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.